Oh, I heard the nuke sound there. I heard the nuke sound and got really excited, but no, it is a military submarine. A nuclear submarine. Ugh, so they've kind of gone halfway there, Macedon. But alas, not all the way. Macedon does have a fleet of 1,700 strength, and I presume it's basically all boats. So we'll keep an eye out for this. I may need to hold my own and actually do a bit of defending for a turn or two before I can push towards Pella. Although looking at that, again, no walls. No walls on Pella. It's very tempting to invade, although my land unit isn't there. I attacked with the ironclad fleet, and Pella is annoyingly away from the coast. Oh, sea levels have just gone up. I wondered why the game had just had a little bit of a crunch there. You could hear it working itself out, going, "Oh, you sure you want to do that, Ursa?" And I'm like, "You're gonna have to be brave, game." So what's gonna happen is it looks like Macedon are going to land a huge invasion fleet on my continent, whilst my navy slips around in the other direction. I will take that, but my fighter, I'm going to retreat back to my own city in order to do some defending. Because of my fascism government and also my golden age, I'm getting 75% bonus production towards planes, so these are now starting to get produced at an ungodly rate, which is wonderful. To the front line with you all. I just managed to fly that literally from my own base. However, did you see that briefly? Yongle has the Earth satellite done. They got the satellite up first, and I haven't even finished my spaceport. I'm trying, but Cusco is not as productive as I'd like it to be. These internal routes, not brilliant. Maybe I'm going to have to switch to communism before this game is over. 2 bonus production on 13 or 14 routes is a lot of production. Keeping an eye on engineers as well. I want to take Goddard. Tesla looks like Tesla will be taken. Engineers are becoming increasingly important, so cities like this one, I'm tempted to start running industrial zone projects. Oh, the oil power plant is working now. Excellent. 6 reduced the power. We are now splitting our power demands between oil and coal. That is much more sustainable. Luckily for me, my bombers can one-hit nuclear submarines because of my fascism and wars of religion boosts. Oh, 98 damage. I mean, come on. That's pretty close to one-hitting. We'll take it. Can I kill the ironclad? That would technically be era score for me. Nope, not quite, but we'll just take out these fleets for now. I need this unit to the front line though. Quick as you can, friend. Quick as you can. Let's give you armor piercing. Professional sports. In order to really show how effective this civic is, let me just take you on a little bit of a dive into my capital. Currently 35 population with +1 amenities. It's a little bit more complicated than that. The city actually has 19 amenities in, but needs 18. 8 of them are from luxuries. This is a good number when you're trying to optimize a capital to get into your head. Luxuries are uncontrollable. I currently have 24 cities, and they are distributing themselves around my empire based on what the game thinks is the most optimum way. I can't tell the game, hey, I have 10 luxuries, can I have them all in my capital, please? Because then it would be +3 and this city would be functioning well. You can't do that. So if you want to guarantee that your capital is happy, you need to make sure that this luxury number is 0, and then you start pushing it up, because the AI cannot take any of your luxuries away at that point. This is why the entertainment number and the things like national parks is also important for you. First of all, I'm going to generate a little bit of gold for myself. I am burning oil out of the ground. I have so much of it coming out, and it's wonderful. So there is a bunch of gold for me right there. AI doesn't have as much oil as I do at the moment. We will enjoy that. First of all, Aquatic Center. This provides 3 amenities to all cities within range, and because, let's not forget, I have Mexico City, that is the range currently. So that's a lot of cities that get +3. It is one of the best buildings in the game for a reason. Only has a power load of 2 as well. Wabam! It says +4. Ignore the fact that it says +4 for now, because that will reduce down. That luxury number will reduce down. However, we can really cement this in. The stadium. My stadium is there, and currently with Mexico City has a range of 10 tiles, which again includes my capital. Wabam! Like that. So currently my capital now says +7. Again, ignore that. It's going to lose some from luxuries. However, we can make it even better, because yes, some of these mountains are being worked by preserves. We'll kind of leave those alone for now. One thing we can do with the ski resort is give +1 amenity to every mountain in my empire, and my capital has quite a few of those. So there's one mountain, and there's another. Now I could get another 2 amenities by improving those mountains if I would so to choose, and I am tempted to choose that, but I will hold off just for a second. This mountain can get a ski resort, but you can see we're now on +9. Even if all 8 luxuries were taken away now, this city would still be on +1. So we have now officially reached the point of optimization. Next up, I am going to unlock the shopping mall, a very unused building in a neighborhood, unlocked in capitalism, that gives another 2 amenities for a city. When you're building a big city like I am, it is very helpful. And Yongle does want to be my friend now. There is a large part of me that wants to do this. I'm actually going to make make a friend with Yongle. It's only 30 turns. See about this one. Actually can't make an alliance with them because all of the alliances I could, they've already got, but that's fine. Hey, do you want to join in with my war? It's a really fun war. Yeah, they do. Well, now that we're making a lot more power, I can start really producing research labs, which of course give me 8 science, which is wonderful, but they also give me gold and culture from my civic third alternative. So the more I build, the more science I get, but the more other yields I get as well. It's really, really fun. There is a reason, ladies and gentlemen, there is a reason I love the late game in Civ. Yes, I know the early game is a lot of fun because it's all about working where you're going to settle, what you're going to do in the game, but when you see the yields all adding up late game, it's joyous. It's all I can do. When you have a fighter with strafe and fascism and wars of religion, it has 126 power, and you can one-hit a line infantry army and still be outnumbered to get an era score, that's when you know the game is treating you well. I actually didn't realize that I had so many units that had been leveled. That's crazy. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I gotta do some unit naming. Bear with me. I like to throw some names into my games just to say thank you to all the channel supporters. So here we go. Jammin, the Benitus, Loki, Matjenko, TK1341, Dan, I've given you command of my greatest and most important units. Don't let me down. Tell you what, TK, you can lead the charge on Pella. I just need to soften the city up so that when I do bring my horsey in, I shouldn't have a problem taking it over. Oh, you know what? These attacks on the units are brilliant, and it's just an endless source of era score. It's what you want to see. It really is. In you go, Jammin. I'm going to give you a tank upgrade next turn. Don't worry, but Pella has been seized. Oh yes, if I don't say so myself, that is quite the strike. I have to say, the biggest release and relief in all of this is finally I get to take this city back from Macedon that they settled on my continent. Oh, how dare they. It's fine now. We've taken it. Everything's safe. Alvar Alto. All right, Tesla's been taken, but he's not who I'd like. Shah would be amazing for the Wonder production, but Robert Goddard is who I'm after, so I'm actually going to pass. We'll let Korea take Alvar, and hopefully I'll pick up Goddard afterwards. That's my hope anyway. Just reporting back to my capital. Remember I said about this luxury number? See what I mean? That's gone down to 0 now, and we're still on +1. So all of that work we did trying to get the city happy didn't work. But that number can't reduce any further. Any amenities I put into my capital now, they're mine. They're mine forever. We've managed to hunt down another French missionary. There we go. Bam. Another chunk of my faith. Up to 55 science per turn from my faith now. It's handy. It's pretty good, I think. Tell you what, that's slightly worrying. Russia have just delivered some huge rock bands on me, and they've got 30 tourism now, 30 tourists. Wow. Their tourism's only 144 per turn. The AI really does seem to struggle with tourism still. You know what? It's fine. It's the science race I've got going at the moment, and it's a race I am very much losing. Oh dear. Where is that? Is that Ravenna? It is. Oh, that's a bit broken. That's a bit broken. Luckily, I have a military engineer right here. And only one thing seems to have actually been killed, the Temple of Solomon, so that's okay. An admiral? You go, man. All right, Jammin. Time for a new set of wheels. Bam. Oh, it's a 95 strength tank unit now. Matjenko strikes from the skies once again, farming era score. If every fighter got 1 era score every turn, imagine how much you'd get. Oh, it would stack up pretty damn quickly. Dan, the horse bombing man. Oh yeah, look at that. We don't talk about those war crimes. They're channel supporters. It doesn't count. Just trying to calculate how much science I could pick up from my envoys. I'm going to put 2 into Fez. That'll get me a little bit from Raj, but most importantly, it will get me 3 from every research lab, which is pretty big. And Bologna, that's another 2 from every university. So we're currently on 661. Hopefully that'll push it to maybe 700 if we're lucky. 719. Look at that science. Oh yeah, this is why we stack up envoys. It really is. There's another ski resort. Capital's now up to a mighty +2. Oh, say it isn't so. Stolen another sattler. So many of these sattlers. And this is a supply convoy. I'm going to just bring you to the front line. so that you can work with jamming to basically just scoot around the map at hyperspeed. Something that'll help my capital a little bit later. Currently 10 power is being eaten in. I'm going to start putting solar farms in the tundra and snow around it. That'll help. Combined arms, please say that I've got uranium. Let's have a look. That's under an aqueduct. Excellent. That's under a terrace farm in my capital. Oh, that's really annoying. That's under a farm I've just taken over, and there was another source and I just completely skipped over it. So here was the other bit of uranium, but then I found it all. One piece of uranium between all my cities and 2 more sources just above my capital. Oh, the snow start. It finally comes good. Keep building more planes. More planes are on the way, but I'm actually running low on aluminium now, so there's a possibility that I may have overbuilt here. We'll figure that out. Next city from Macedon. That's a huge chunk of population. Oh yeah, and another source of uranium, just in case I didn't have enough. And they've even built me an airfield. Oh, it's almost too nice. Well, now that I know that I've got so much uranium, I think I need to click on this button. Yes, there is capitalism. I'll try and sell some oil here because I would love that building, the shopping mall in my capital, almost immediately. There you go, here it is. Bump. That already has just pushed my capital into happy times. 0 luxuries, +4. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to glory. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to sacrifice these preserve tiles, which have done me quite well up till this point. But losing a bit of food, a bit of culture, and a bit of faith is worth it. Because that 1 extra amenity now makes my capital ecstatic, and that's another 10% on every yield. Oh, up to 200 production now. Yeah, it's worth it. Another 2 cities. There's 1 and there's 2. Oh, yes. Macedon. Just hand them all to me, please. Thank you so much. Well, now that the shopping mall is there, I think we're going to unlock conservation and head towards fun things like globalization, social media. We'll start to really pick up some fun stuff. Antium, flip to me. Go on, man. Take it for the era score. And look, it's Goddard. I'm not going to risk it. Let's just buy Goddard with faith. That's 40% production or 20% production towards space projects. You know, Mausoleum is still an option. How has no one built Mausoleum? This is genuinely remarkable. Is there anywhere I can build Mausoleum? There's gotta be. Yeah, 5-turn Mausoleum in Rome. I kind of want that. Yeah, go on, man. Let's do that. Let's build a Mausoleum in Rome. Yeah, as much as I love yields. Amenities in my capital. It's so much better. We're up to +6 now, and the spaceport almost done. After we've got that, I'm going to get the Royal Society. It means I can make 6 charge builders in this city and then send them north. Rush my projects accordingly. This city in the north, is that completed Panama Canal? Oh, it is. I own Panama now. Yay! And with Dan's assault, I can take this city as well. We picked up another source of aluminium. Another special congress. No, we don't want military emergencies. I will join in with a military aid request and a general aid request though, but no, a military emergency against me? How about world? How about you back off? Yeah. Didn't think so. Even Macedon, they voted against it. They're like, no, honestly, it's not worth it. Trust me, not worth it. Where's Macedon's last city? It says they've got 3, but for the life of me, I can only see 2. No, there are 3. Why can't I count? What is wrong with you? Oh dear. Don't question it too much. We'll come to this sort of horrible conclusion later. Jamming has breakthrough. Oh yeah, I always suspected so. This is a deadly city, just to the north of my capital. It technically is a sprawling city, but also just 2 sources more of uranium. Saucy. That's what I say. Saucy. Dion has been taken. 2 cities left. Oh, and of course, you can continue moving. Oh, I love that. So this is ages away from my land. We traveled a long way with a stolen settler all the way down here, but look how much oil and coal is on this continent. Yes. This frozen wasteland will be a perfect utopia to just drill for oil. Yum. Conservation. You know what? We could, in fact, start getting national parks now, but the more important thing, whilst Fez has been taken from me, and that is annoying, the more important thing is I've now got a bunch more envoys. 1 into Geneva, 2 into Nalanda, and all of my research labs should be giving me now +6 science. Oh, that was worth 68 per turn. Yes. Envoys are worth so much to me right now. They really, really are. Korolev is up next, engineering-wise, and Korolev would be a really good one to get, just to rush some of these projects through. Yongle is trying to get to the moon now. I'm letting them get away. Oh, I'm going to have to get rid of that really really good terrace farm. I'm sorry, capital, I've lost some housing doing that, but the uranium, it's too important. I'm going Royal Society, then Manhattan Project. I'm just holding off the Earth satellite until we've done a few things. I want the mausoleum down. I want both charges of Goddard used. I want builders to rush it, so I might as well do Manhattan Project first. To me, it makes logical sense. Alexandria in the Caucasus has been taken. Oh, and I've just run out of movement to take this last city in the last turn. Macedon, you will live for one more turn. Enjoy. Enjoy. Make sure it's a good one. So I have China as a friend. I have France as a friend, but the Mayans don't like me. Gran Colombia doesn't like me. Norway doesn't like me. Which way do I go? Do I keep attacking? Do I just suggest that how many cities have I got? 36 cities is probably enough. I mean, it is probably enough. I think we need to do a little bit of rejigging here. I need to change from actually just invading and then start pillaging, because it's the pillaging I think is going to give us lots. But I mean, problem is that the weather has been doing an absolute number on most of the AI here. Looks like Gran Colombia may actually have quite a few campuses on the coast, at least in certain angles. Yeah, I'll have to get to the south of them. I probably am gonna, I'm gonna say that Macedon is probably my last conquest here. I don't think anyone else is gonna really do anything for me up until the point I get nukes. So for now, which is actually a small blessing, I'm just gonna stand my army down for a little bit. Rest, heal, have fun. Oh, that's Kilwa. Oh, I'm going to get Kilwa very soon. That's so good. Actually, Kilwa and Geneva added together. Yeah, when I go into peace, that's going to give me a huge increase in science. Yeah, we're going to give it a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go into peace mode. Let's go communist. I think the science gain, the production gain, the better trade routes, this is all going to really work towards my projects now. Little cheeky fighter and Jamin. Finish the deal for me, thank you. Steal Kilwa from Macedon, which that in itself is a massive boon. Watch my science, 989. We make peace, we get Kilwa into my land, we keep city, let things recalculate, and we're up to 1,376. That's before we even take the 10% bonus. Oh, so much science. And most of my cities now, I am just starting to say, hey, if you've got a campus or an industrial zone, then what I want you to do is run projects. We're still buying into research labs up to 1,400 science now. Run the projects. I want every great engineer and scientist from this point of the game. And honestly, micromanaging you all, I cannot be bothered. So just be content doing whatever. Pinkala, Space Initiative, yeah, that'll come in really handy. Let's treat my capital to a seaport. A little bit of housing, a little bit of gold, and another couple of traders. It is tempting. Still can't believe the AI hadn't built this one, but I will take it. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the science, faith, and culture. I'll be honest, I don't even know if there are any coastal tiles that Rome is working currently, but that engineer charge, oh, Goddard. That adds another 20%. Another 20% to any space projects. It's a lovely thing. And so we will take it. Cusco, still throwing routes out left, right, and center. I think it makes sense. It makes sense just to keep everything going from my capital for a little bit. Margaret Mead. Oh, I can share 1,000 science and culture with somebody. You know what? I'm going to go share it with Yonglei. Is that a good idea? No. But it would be quite funny. So I'm going to do it and see what happens. Oh, Meriliki is going to get taken immediately. So is Amal and Schrodinger probably. But that's fine because we want to get all the way up to the information era so that we can get Stephanie and Carl Sagan. That's who we're looking for at the moment. Nanotech, launch Mars colony. It's all unlocked, but communism time. Alrighty, we might lose a bit of faith and a bit of gold from doing this, but that's okay. We don't mind that. 5-year plan, good. Liberalism, good. Republican legacy, good. Thinking about it though, what is better for the production of my capital? Collectivization is a huge amount. I don't yet have the production on trade routes card from globalization, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Resource management, levy on mass logistics, military research. That'll do for now. This can be upgraded, this can be optimized, but for now, that is okay. You can see Cusco's trade routes are going to be a little bit more effective than once they were. So even with 75 reduction in food, I've still got 76 coming in, and oh my lord, 294. I've almost doubled the production in my capital. Yeah, you know what? That'll do. That'll do. Now we need to just add to that. Cold War after going communist, that seems apt, and then globalization. This is the card I was looking for. Another 2 production on all trade routes. We're going Margaret Mead. We'll get a little boost for us both here. Cold War, finished. Straight on to rapid deployment. There we go. with housing, my capital goes up to 300 food. That's pretty good. Manhattan project is finished, but just in time. Is Operation Ivy. I've been promised that this mod makes Operation Ivy even more fun than it would normally be. I think we'll just have to check in a few turns and see whether or not this is true. Hello, Eisenhower. Yes, you may join me. I shall not complain. Oh, look at this, engineering and science points. They are starting to flow now. Well, hey, World's Fair 1. Epic. Give me some great people points as well. I'll take that, musician. Keeping housing and amenities in my capital is proving unnecessarily tricky. I'm looking forward to some of the later engineers. We've got John Roebling, we've got Jane Drew, both of these magnificent choices for my capital. And that is robotics. I still haven't found the last project, but I know that the booster is there, which means it's got to be one of these two. And if I click on this, you'll notice that I've got to do both anyway. So seasteads. Oh, actually, seasteads is really handy because I can pop those in my lake in my capital. Yes. That'll give this city 4 extra housing. I will just continue to grow my capital unnecessarily and forever. I love it when I get a new campus. Ravenna's just picked up one, and with Jesuit education, you can just go library, university, and then next term we can go research lab. It's wonderful to see it just pop in that quickly. Oh, I tell you what, this AI mod has actually fixed the nanotechnology glitch. How many times have we seen the AI push through and not get nanotechnology? Yongle has it. That's not good. Bit more voting. This time round, again, Russia has the most points. We'll vote for them. Last time round, there's less grievances for Peter. That's a weird one. I'll go for city centre buildings because I think that's likely to go through. And I'm going to vote the way that it went last time. We'll go for no grievances towards Peter, and I'll put 4 votes in for both of those. I don't think we're going to do this, but AI is likely to vote really chaotically towards the end of the game, but never mind. As long as we've got no military emergencies, that's kind of the main thing. There's a Stadio, my favourite wonder in the game. 2 amenities in every city in my civilization, as well as 6 culture in every city in my civilization. It's a huge number. It basically gives you 10% extra yields across your empire, roughly, and then a bunch of culture on top of that. I've just gone from about 400 culture per turn to 700. Oh yeah, that's good. More grievances for me. City centre went through, Peter. Okay, right. So we got 2 points there. I'm still technically winning diplomacy. Just let that be said. I am still technically diplomatically winning, even though I've murdered 2 civilizations. Don't talk about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, look at that. Internal trade route. 13 food, 6 production. Thank you. Especially because my capital is now +6 with housing, population 40. Like, remember, this is how crazy it is. I have 30 million people in that city. The next highest is Saucer, 2.7. That's over here. I'm surprised we haven't bogged the world down. Like, the weight over in this area of the map should be crazy compared to the rest of it. There's smart materials. We've got it. The last project that we need, and we've almost got Korolev, which means I can start rushing my space projects very soon. Don't think I'd forgotten as well. Don't think I'd forgotten. Yes, I know there was snow above my capital. There was no opportunity to build it in my capital, but I can get Amundsen Scott in this snow city, especially because I can immediately go a library and then a university, and the next time I'll get a research lab. A lot of production in this city. You never know, might be able to do it. Smart materials, we've now got the last project. Not worried about it just yet, but we do have it for whenever we need it. There's the research lab. Okay, Amundsen Scott. 76 turns it reckons to finish that one. Okay, we might need to rush that. We'll see what we can do. I have some very good internal trade routes that might be able to help out here. Well, this is the good thing. I think because I haven't put any projects into the sky yet. Every single enemy spy is off to Beijing and they keep breaking that spaceport. That's why Yongle hasn't yet managed to get the project up, which is brilliant. We'll take that. That's awesome. Integrated space cell. That's a really good thing because when I start boosting things with, say, Mr. Korolev, who's right next to having this finished, we should be laughing. We should be laughing. Let me just have a quick 1-turn divergence into nuclear submarine. No reason why. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, look. Thermonuclear device. Seastead time. Yay! People keep stealing my city-states. and it's very boring because now I didn't have Kilwa, but I've got Kilwa back now. Watch my science just jump with this. Oh, 350 extra science on 2 city-states. I love it. Military emergency. Oh, come on. That was ages ago. The person I took the city from doesn't even exist anymore. Fine. Who am I? Boulevard and the Mayans. Well, I was planning on using that Geneva bonus for basically ever. But if you want to go to war, well, all right then. If you insist. That's all I'm saying in this scenario. If you insist. Loki, I need you here. I need you here as a destroyer armada, 102 strength. We've got some intercepting to do. Matchenko, look at that, jet fighter. Yeah, I thought we had retired you all. I honestly did, but nope. To the front line, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some noobs to squish. That is the technical term for what we're about to do. My bombers, well, they just come sailing from the sky, dealing death as soon as the war is declared on me. It's like, hang on a sec. I think Ursa may have been prepared for this. And I'm like, what, me? No. Your battleships have anti-air, do they? Well, how about my bombers just ignore it? Yes, I agree. That does sound like a fun idea. Here's Korolev. Right, immediately I'll grab Korolev. Oh, Jane Drew is next. And the reason I haven't been working these projects is because I can just do them instantly outside of my turn. Korolev can boost 2 projects, but the Earth satellite is so easy to do. I'm just going to start burning a couple of builders on this one just to do it. It's one of these fun ways you can do 2 things at once in a city. Oh, I love this. Look at that. It's got so much anti-air. Oh, no, it doesn't. And now it's gone. Nope, I deny all of you existence. You are 0 out of 0. Not gonna happen. Nope, bomb them, silly. Oh, it's like fish in a barrel. It's like fish in a barrel. This is so satisfying. Just one after another. Don't leave your units in the sea. Such a bad idea. It just gives me endless era score. Actually, that is a tank army. Admittedly, that's as tough as anything we've seen so far. We'll keep an eye on the Mayan front. They may actually have an army. I'm going to have to ask you politely to leave. Matchenko doesn't like your battleship armada. Dear, oh dear. How very dare you? How very dare you? Now, looking at Gran Colombia, looks like these 5 cities here are very much their industrial and scientific heartland. However, we've been given something with this mod that might be a little bit fun. The AI uses nukes a lot more than normal, and because of that, the mod maker thought it would be a good idea to extend the range ever so slightly of the thermonuke. It is, after all, a weapon of mass destruction. So let's give it a go. 3 tiles away from these 3 cities. Oh no, there's a battleship there. This is what happens when you fire into the dark. Okay, is it going to work? Are we going to get shot down? Oh, we got shot down. You know what? That is a load of boring. 5 more turns to do a new one. Oh, come on. Fine. I'm going to supercharge the production of that city. It's not going to know what's going to hit it. My disappointment was palpable. My day was ruined. That's what's happened. If I start spamming future tech, hopefully these projects will speed up the nukes. I don't know if they actually count as city projects. That's the thing. Because a lot of the different upgrades that would normally speed this sort of thing up don't seem to work on that sort of thing. But I don't know. It's worth a try. Worth a try. There's globalization. I want nukes, and I want them fast. Liberalism, pretty handy. Collectivism, 5-year plan. There's so many good things here. International Space Station, that gives me 600 extra science. I like it. I'm going to have to get rid of liberalism, which is ridiculous. But my capital, it will now go down to +3. But we've got a lot more production than we previously did. The housing situation is good with all of these seasteads. And here's the atomic era. I really hoped the game would get to this point, and it did. What could we do? It would be fun to get Bodyguard of Lies, but it wouldn't be very useful. To arms. I'm just going to keep it. It's really, really good. Building army whenever I need it just makes it a lot quicker. Come on, I know it's a 2-charge builder, but you know you want to finish it. There we go. Just purely builder rushed. This Earth satellite is launched. I believe I had actually revealed the entire map already, so it won't do anything for me. Oh, look at that little jet stream. That is wonderful, but I can immediately now roll into moon landing and use Korolev to boost it in the same turn. Now this gives me culture equal to 10 times my science per turn, which means I should be getting about 26,000 culture, which is very nice. Oh yeah, cultural heritage done in a single turn. Let's do social media. And next turn, we'll rush Mars Colony through. And how's Sagan doing? Oh, Sagan's already almost there as well. How convenient. It's almost like this was planned. Would the AI who keeps stealing Mexico City, the most important city-state in my entire lineup because of the crazy amount of happiness it's giving me, could you please stop it? Thank you. For the record, that was me asking politely. I think we all agree. If the AI does it again, then I can nuke them. That's how it works. One warning, then thermo nuke. Honestly, can you say fairer than that? I know I can't. I tell you what, Gran Colombia is pulling out units from behind their bottoms, and they're quite powerful as well. Oh, this jet fighter's taken a bit of damage, but as I say, it's the promotions that I use to give me those level ups and give me the health. Oh, it's good. I'm focusing on actually just gunning down all of this anti-air. Don't want them to ever build up a head of steam where they feel like they can fairly resist my bombers. Like, my bombers are immaculate and perfect and irresistible. So you need to go away. You need to go away and stop it. Stop it right now. Thank you very much. Synthetic technocracy. 3 power in all cities and 30% production to city projects. Yes. When you've got such good city projects, you've got to go through it. Here is the Mars colony. Again, Korolev pushes it through in one turn. We have now thoroughly overtaken Yonglei. Oh no, Yonglei. What are you doing? You're letting me escape. 45 population capital. 45. Let's get Grand Master in the Knights of Solomon. Unlocked in the Atomic Era. My land combat units start with a 3 promotion. Your apostles gain the remove 75% of the enemy religion promotion. And you gain 1 3 belief from your religion. It can be anything. It can be literally anything. Although, actually, it may have been last time it could be anything. Oh, no, they're all here. Shall I get Feed the World? That would give my capital so much more housing. Zen meditation would genuinely be really handy as well. That would give me something like 35 or 36 amenities. That would cause me to be forever happy. That's probably more useful. Feed the World is Feed the World, though. And you know how much I like Feed the World, especially because it got stolen from me. Oh, no. I'm going to go Zen meditation, and I'm going to regret it, but it's the sensible choice. Look at that, my capital is now ecstatic again. Build me the thermo, so that I may drown my sorrows. I'll tell you what, that's actually a modern armor army. Mayans are throwing the kitchen sink at me. I love it. Oh, I love games where you get a little bit of a challenge. Not when you're like unfairly penalized, but when the AI genuinely plays and you've been able to play as well. That is a fun combination, because then you feel like you haven't been pulling punches in how you're playing, but the AI is still competing with you. Do you want to check in on my railroad? You know you do. Come on, don't pretend. Here you go. Ta-da! So it goes all the way down to my French cities, all the way round and through the mountain range, connecting everything up, and then down to Rome. Macedon started building a railway, but we may have killed them as they were building it, but that's okay. I'll just improve it. That's what this is. I'd love to see how many kills each individual unit has got, because this jet fighter, this Matchenko, I'm pretty sure most of Gran Colombia's army has been sunk by this one unit. Carl Sagan, exoplanet expedition, and boop, off you go. The countdown has started. 50 turns at the moment, 1 light year per turn, but don't worry, we'll boost that. I really want to see this nuke. I really do. I'm just having a little bit of visibility. I don't think there's anything there. I really don't. I'm trying again. We're gonna see if we can do this. Okay, this time no battleship appears to have appeared on the map. So far, so good. Let's see how effective this is. Come on, mod. Oh yeah. Is it actually spread? Is it just that the animation was reduced? No. Oh, the thermo nuke is only 2 tiles, not 3. I must be either confusing it with another mod, or it's an old update. I'm not sure. Either way, we've just nuked and contaminated pretty much the entire bay, so sorry about that. Oh well. I guess we'll just have to keep firing them then. Just to clarify something, the mod never increased the range of thermo nukes. In the description of the mod, it suggests that you play with another mod called Scapeth. Larger mushroom clouds? I think that increases it from 2 to 3. Gotcha. Apologies, that's an Ursa mistake there. I wonder if that mod counts as a mod that could be put in and out of a game. Let me check. Alright, let's try this again. This time on their capital. We know how much a thermonuclear device will hurt, and this appears to immobilize 2 of their biggest cities in one go. including a bunch of campuses and districts and their unique districts. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, all of these battleships clubbing together really does give them a lot of air resistance. I don't want to fight all that. How best do I bypass it? I'm going to just charge Loki in, I think. Let's just go bam, like that. There we go. Now I can start picking off the individual units. This is much better. Just break them up a little bit, then we can destroy. By the way, in the background, all of these laser stations, yeah, I'm just throwing them into the sky. Well, if your battleships are going to all stick there, I'm just going to bypass you and steal your city. Don't mind me. Whee! Goes the rocket into space. Whee! Oh, finally. Jane Drew, please, make my capital a nice place to live again, please. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, we're growing again. We can get to population 50 easily. I don't want Salam, actually. I'm going to pass on you. Take Stephanie. 100% production towards space projects. Oh yes. Hey, we did get Stephanie. 100% production towards space projects. It's pretty nuts. Another city taken, by the way. Don't mind me, just terrorizing Gran Colombia. A Venetian arsenal. Oh, that explains so much why Gran Colombia are just throwing boats at me at a crazy rate. Wonder how much the modifiers will stack. This city has only 41 production, but I could just pray a spaceport in immediately. So with all of the bonuses I've got to projects, how quickly could I produce, 6 turns for a laser station? That's pretty good. Another city falls to me. You know, I think this may be a record. 508 gold per turn. Actually, nope, scrap that. If I give them one of their cities back, they'll give me 687. Okay, you know what? I'll take 14 copies of Amber as well, because I can. What a ridiculous deal. That's tripled my economy in one go. Oh, we literally just had peace. No. We don't need to punish this despicable act. Oh, that's a 60-turn emergency against Mongolia and Aztec. Where even are they? Oh, a long way away. You know what? That's fine. Victory! I always find science victories go on a little bit too long, especially on large maps, but I can't lie, I had a lot of fun. Abraham Lincoln. If I had done a world conquest, I think that probably would have been a bit higher, but not bad. Pachacuti, buildings constructed, lots. Cities captured, lots. Cities founded, oh, only the 4th highest. Districts constructed, this is why we beat the AI. Great people earned towards the end, but Russia just doing typical things. Number of combats, it wasn't even me that initiated the most combat. Who was that? Kublai, you rebel. My culture, very briefly was highest in the game, but Russia had me that entire game. So you know what? This mod is working well in certain ways. Science, not so much. Yonglei did their best, but I mean, I was out-sciencing everybody there. Score, it was quite clear I was winning by turn 200. That feels fair. You know, that's kind of at the level that I expected to sort of start overtaking people. Religions founded, good. Units killed, a lot towards the end there. 100 or so units lost. Oh, I lost 1 unit that entire game. Rubbish. 100 kills to death ratio. I mean, it's not bad, but it's pretty rubbish at the same. I can't believe they got a death. And that's 4 wonders. That's it. So as I look towards my 50 population city, typical Incan things, eh? 50 population capital. We must reflect upon this game and how it went. And you know what? The things that I've seen with this AI mod, they do impress me. I think it works really well. I think it probably could be cleaned up a little bit. We're on turn 260 and I haven't seen any nukes. I haven't really seen the AI do anything more than a couple of border wars. Difficult to entirely change the AI though on that one because you're breaking the entire game in order to build it back up. But the thing I do like is watching the AI properly spread out and settle. So for that alone, I think it's pretty good. Very little of the map is unoccupied. I would say turn down the initial don't like you penalty, up the unique stuff you've got the rest of the mod is looking good. A hit. A definite hit. I look forward to seeing what happens with this mod going forward. Remember everybody, come along to Discord if you want to play along. The save file for this game is in here, as well as all the mods I'm using. There's over 13,000 people in Discord now. It's brilliant. It's full of Civ. Full of lovely people. It's full of pictures of food and pets. It's wonderful. Plus, you've only got a couple of weeks, actually less than a couple of weeks, to take part in the October Ursa Ryan Discord Plays Challenge. Remember that America game I played? You too can have a go. And before I tune out for today, let's remind ourselves, nuclear emergency. I've used a nuclear weapon. We must punish this despicable act. What despicable act? I don't know what you could possibly mean. Also, Kublai, interesting fact. Did you know that you've settled your cities in a perfect triangle? I mean, who would have thought this would be somehow useful for everybody involved? Ah, yes. Look at that wonderful glow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. See you all next time. And from the 57 million people living in my capital, goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zursa. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!